Welcome back to the Adulthood Podcast. This is volume 66 coming at you Sunday, July 14th. Real quick, some road dates. If you want to see me perform stand-up, I'm on Wednesday at Zany's Nashville and Zany's Chicago from Thursday to Saturday. Tickets at ianlaralive.com. All right, later. Welcome back to the Adulthood Podcast. We are mid-July with it. Thank you guys for following. Thank you guys for listening. This is the #1 health and wellness podcast in the hood. I'm Ian Lara. This is DJ APM.
Hey.
Marty B behind the glass and Johan the Zohan pressing buttons, baby. We're back, man. It's summertime in New York. I feel like we've been in a heat wave for like 3 weeks.
Legit. Like I melted twice, but I got myself back together.
Do you, when you were outside, did you like dating like hood girls? Or did you ever?
I mean, yeah, I did.
Yeah. They could be fun. It's different though.
It comes with a lot. It comes with its own thing.
I remember when I was like in my 20s, I went on a date with this girl who was eating sunflower seeds.
And would spit them out?
Like at the restaurant. She had a cup. She would just like, I would just be like, you know, so yeah, you come here often? And she's like,
well, you know.
Yeah, I'll be here. Which is kind of like, it sounds wild, but when you're in it, you're kind of like, what's going on?
Is this really happening?
Yeah, you can't look away.
My question is, you didn't get like...
spit on?
No, I mean that, but like your hood radar didn't go up? Like, I think there's some hoodness on this.
She was one of these girls that was like, you know how some girls, they hood, but they play the girly hood card, so you can't really tell.
You can't tell. You can't put your finger on them.
They're like the girly girls of the hood, so they don't look like that. But when she was at the restaurant, I remember she was literally ordering with this guy, and she's like, "Oh, so what are you gonna have to drink?" She's like, I'm like, we're not at a baseball game. Like, what are you doing? Why are you acting like you're a pitcher?
Did you stay?
You know me. I've never left a date in my life. I've never walked out of a date in my life.
Wow.
I think I have one of the most, my Rolodex of bad stories is one of the most extensive.
Legit.
And I've never walked out of a date.
I've never been on a date where a woman had sunflower seeds at the table and her ketchup cup.
One time, I didn't walk out of the date, but I ended the date and took her home, like at a restaurant before we got our meal. That was like, I couldn't do it.
You did what?
You tapped out.
Like we had ordered, we went to the restaurant, we ordered a meal. The meal hadn't come. And in between the ordering of the meal and the meal coming, the
you
date
said you're done.
Fell apart.
What happened? That's a great story.
As I remember it, I think she was just being like annoying.
But what level?
I'm not good with annoying.
Okay.
Like I could take the sunflower seeds, I could take the eye gouging, I could take, but if you're just like annoying me, I think no, she wasn't annoying. She had gotten mad. She got mad at me and she was like being rude. I don't like rude neither.
I mean, even the one that grabbed your phone, you stayed for the date, right?
Which one was that?
Wasn't there one that grabbed your phone or something?
That was like, who's texting us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did she do? What annoys you? What was so annoying?
Great
She was being rude.
She was being rude.
Well, is that, so I find, okay, rudeness is annoying, but like can you do anything else that you're like,
you want me, I'll run off a list.
Please do.
Ladies.
Please do.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah, put out the thing. This is a list of things not to do at a date.
With Ian Lara.
I've had this. I've had a girl who tries to finish my sentences, but they never know where I'm going. So it's always wrong. So it's like, oh, I've been in the mood to eat sushi, right? No. Steak. You know, I want to go to the beach? No, to the gym. That's annoying. That continues on for a whole date.
That's very annoying. That's high level.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Oh, I like those glasses. Where you got them from? Versace?
No. Canal Street.
H&M.
Yeah.
Canal Street is real.
Don't do this. And I brought it up to her. This was one of the most funniest conversations I had because I brought it up to her. I was like, hey, this is a weird way to get into it, but I was like, hey, you keep trying to guess my sentences and you're wrong.
And then she
she was like,
I know you love it,
know.
right? Like she was proud about it.
I started dying laughing.
She was happy.
I'm like, no, she wasn't happy. She was just like, she was like, I'm trying to guess, but I keep guessing wrong. I honestly, my empath side came out for her. I started telling her. I'm like, oh, you don't gotta guess. We could just have a regular conversation. She was like, I keep trying to guess, but I keep getting them wrong. That was pretty bad.
Did you ask her where she developed that? Like, where did that come from?
I don't know. I think she might have been just like nervous. Like maybe she was like just nervous about the date. But she did it for like a while. Like it wasn't like, I didn't do that. I didn't bring it up. It was like multiple dates where I had to bring it up. I was like, cause you keep guessing wrong. Like,
so it wasn't annoying to the point where you didn't want to see her anymore.
She was cool. If I could just stop her from guessing. I just had to stop her from guessing. And other than that, it was cool. She was cool.
Go like this, Ian. You got some white on your eyebrow.
Oh, damn. Those are sunflower seeds.
The girl, she heard you.
I had shrapnel. She had spit, because sometimes it don't all go in directly. It was like shrapnel flying across the table. And this is a fancy restaurant. It's like a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, so you went big.
This is top shelf.
Shout out to Gerald.
Eating sunflower seeds at Longhorn Steakhouse.
It's crazy.
One time I was out with this girl. She ordered the lobster and didn't know how to eat it.
That makes, I mean, I don't know how to eat it.
I didn't know how to eat it either.
So why would you order it?
I didn't order it. I didn't know how to eat it either.
Why would you order it?
She was trying to order like the most expensive stuff. And then she's looking for me like, what do? I'm like, I don't know.
You kind of just have to, do you eat the lobster part?
I know how to eat it now, but then I didn't know how to eat it.
Okay.
But what kind of, like, was it a grilled lobster? Was it a steamed lobster?
It was, I think it was grilled. I think it was grilled. But now you kind of just could split it open. It just splits open.
Wait, but they don't split it for you?
She just didn't know. She was like poking at the shell with the fork.
What did she think she ordered?
Listen, this was before my HBO special. The brand of women that I was meeting back then
was different. Was a different tier.
Yeah, it was not the same brand.
Hilarious.
I'm trying to think of like other annoying stuff. That was like really annoying. I one time there was this girl who wanted to like, she would just debate everything I said, but it was insignificant things. Like
that was not white.
Like I would just be like, it would just like you like you're debating opinions. Like why are you debating opinions? Like I remember I said something about like Cardi B. I think Cardi B had gotten like pregnant at the time, and I thought it was mine. I'm joking. Shout out Barty. No, but I think Cardi B had gotten pregnant at the time, and I was like, this the one where like that broke the camel's back. I was like, damn, it's unfortunate that she got pregnant now because her career was really like popping off. And you know, I was looking forward to hearing like more of her like work, and now she has to go away and like be pregnant for like a little while. And then she was like, there'll be other opportunities. Like it doesn't matter. And I'm like,
you didn't say that.
Why are you debating me right now?
But you didn't say that.
Why are you debating me? I just said some random stuff about Cardi B because I want to hear more music, and we're gonna get into a fight now?
Do you think tone matters? Like if she would have came at it?
Who the fuck is Tone? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be cursing. This is the second episode. I get angry in the second episode.
He's a little loose.
Yeah.
Like her tone, how she delivered it. Because it seemed like, I don't know, maybe like you're saying like my empath like side maybe just thinks like she was trying to just make conversation and maybe just play devil's advocate.
I think she was trying to do that. But because here's the thing, because I'm a New Yorker, I have a bad tone, but I'm empathetic.
That's like two contradictory forces. And I was going to say, you bring up a very good point, because tone is like one of those things that if you're not from a specific area, you could think that you're always like being attacked. And then you also have to know when you're actually being attacked versus when you're being flirted with. Like the hood girls, like they'll hit you and be like, oh, stupid. But they're telling you that like, oh, I'm into you. I want you to take me out. Versus, and I had that happen where my homeboy, he came from Cali. This is a few years after I graduated from school, and we had gone out and I had met up with this girl that I was, interested in. And then he came to tag along because she had a friend, and the friend was just, throwing little jabs. But New York girls, that's flirting. He couldn't take it.
I don't like that angle though. I don't like the girls who flirt by trying to nag.
Taking jabs.
Why? Have you heard the thing where it's like the paper that came out where women fall in love, the hormone that's released when women fall in love, it's because it's what gets released when you're physically intimate with somebody and when you're like cuddling with somebody. But with men, the hormone that makes them fall in love is what gets released when they like are stressed.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. So when you're like mean to a dude, that's why people say like the worst thing you can do is like be overly nice to like a guy and like it comes off as mean because like they fall in love when they're stressed.
Well, maybe I'm a woman because I like to cuddle and I hate being mean.
Yeah, why being mean? Like nobody wants to mean.
I'm with the women on this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like mean or rude, I think.
Nah.
Also, I'm like, because the problem is that like I'm a professional comedian, so it's like
this is what you
why you roasted? Like you roasted me? Like you don't even like you work at an office. Like if I started roasting you, it probably would like hurt your feelings. So I kind of just gotta sit there like, yeah, I know I got a little dick. You can't come back.
You gotta just that one, right?
Yeah, you gotta just say it. What are some annoying things for you?
On a date, like when I was out in the world, definitely like rudeness, number one. Tardiness, number two.
Ooh.
I can't do tardiness. I definitely been known. And the thing is, sometimes I'm late, so I understand, but like tardiness without like giving any kind of like forewarning, like, hey, something happened, I'm running a little bit late, then I understand that. But then just
I don't like lateness.
Overall tardiness, like, nah, I can't deal with that.
Unless you have an excuse, if you have a reason for it, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't like it because sometimes you be speaking like sometimes girls like you like if you coming from work and you rushing, stuff comes up. I don't mind that. That's fine. That's just natural human thing. Be traffic, that's cool. But sometimes like I've been on the situation where the girl was like home all day. And I'm like, you've been home all day and we planned this for 7 p.m. and you can't be ready by 7 p.m. I've been talking to you. You've been home the entire day. You did, and then like you go pick them up or whatever. They come out like 7:30, 7:45. I'm like, I'm just outside in the car. That's 45 minutes of my time that you just took for you.
Some people's brains just function like that. I'm not
you're
saying
divergent.
Get your brain fixed. That's what I say to them.
You know what? I'm actually learning more about that, especially like, I don't know what term it is, but the term for ADHD, they said that you have a neurodivergent brain and that you also go through time darkness, where your cognizance of time is different than someone who's neurological or neuro straight, where the person with ADHD will like lose track of all time, but to them it'll be like 5 minutes, almost like the blip in Avengers. For them it'll feel like 5 minutes, but in actuality it was like 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes had just gone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely neuro straight, but I think that that's not an excuse, man. Set a timer then. If you have no conception of time, set a timer.
But it takes awareness though, because like I'm at the point where I know I have to set multiple timers. My girl, she hates it, but I need
She's
timers.
Like an on time person?
Yeah, like super on time. And like I have to set timers to break my mind from wandering also. Like I have a shower timer, I have a get ready timer.
A shower timer?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
How long is that?
4 minutes.
Quick one.
4 minutes. If I run over 4 minutes, I'm gonna be in there for 45 minutes. So it's 4 minutes. Yeah.
See, I was never a 45-minute shower guy. 10 minutes tops.
I got my music going. Like I set up a vibe.
I don't do the music in the shower.
Nah. Not even if you're getting ready to go out.
I gotta focus.
Nah. That's why I have to set a timer, bro.
I gotta focus, bro. I get distracted easily.
That's why I got to set a timer, especially like if it's a big gig. I'm in there for at least 30 minutes just in the water.
30-minute shower, that's first world problems.
That's big time.
Doing what?
Well, back when I had the beard, like I had to.
Why you don't got the beard no more?
I took it down because I'm trying to look for efficiencies. I told you I'm neurodivergent. So
for what?
Efficiencies.
What does that mean?
Like it would take me 15 minutes just to wash my beard because I'd wash it and then I put the conditioner in. It's a leave-in conditioner and like I got OCD with that. So my routine is my routine. So to create efficiencies and not be in there for 30 minutes is like, all right, this is less maintenance.
No beard, huh? How long you gonna stay that way?
Give it for a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I want to just have a mustache for a little while.
Try it.
I should have done it during COVID, but I think I'm gonna do it soon.
You're going to Paris. They
maybe
wear mustaches in Paris.
Maybe mustache guy in Paris.
Paris.
Do a mustache. I'm really excited to see what you deem as life-threatening or pushing yourself out of a comfort zone in Paris. I'm very excited.
I mean, he don't speak the language, so that's number one.
Yeah, I'm already annoyed. I'm not even there yet. I'm already annoyed that I don't understand the language.
Everyone speaks English there.
Yeah, but
they say that. But I feel like everyone don't speak English here.
That's a fact.
So over there,
that's a fact.
I'm gonna be less definitely
confident.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, I'm excited for it. I'm I've never been to Paris.
You got to go to the
Olympics.
The Eiffel, obviously, but also the Louvre. You got to go to the Louvre. I know you like museums.
Yeah, I'll go to the Louvre. Mm-hmm. There's a Louvre in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, word? Did you go?
No.
You got to go clothes shopping. That'll put your life at risk.
Really?
Yeah. You got to go clothes shopping and you got to go boutique clothes shopping. Like, go in and then you have to be brave enough to like talk to them and ask their opinion because they'll be like brutally honest.
The boutique.
He's used to that already.
I feel like it's
you grew up in a family, like if you came home and you was wearing something stupid, would your family be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
They would ask you like, why you look stupid?
I had a brother and a mean sister. Yes.
Yeah? She'd be like, why you look stupid?
Yes.
Good. I feel like not enough
that keeps
people.
You honest. Yeah.
But it's like another level than that. It's like a not American level. Like it'll strip you.
No, they're known as the rudest people, right?
Yeah. It'll strip you of so many.
Here's the thing. I feel like, and please chime in if it was your experience growing up, but like especially in immigrant like families, the roasting session, it's basically you get roasted to a point where you can't really have too many insecurities because like from the day you can talk, they're coming at you, whether it's weight, whether it's like a physical appearance. Basically, they make fun of you so much that you just have to accept what you got going on. So like some French people saying that you shouldn't wear that. It's like my mom's been calling me overweight since I was born. Like you really think that you and your accent and your crepes is gonna make me feel bad?
Also, I feel like I'll be in the store. What are you wearing? that you telling me I can't wear this.
Well, I feel like that's the main place in Paris where it's like you push yourself out of your comfort zone. But also, you're going for the Olympics. So I feel like it's going to be a totally different vibe. It's going to be a totally different vibe. Yeah. So
I just don't want to get bed bugs. I hear that's what they have to offer the most.
Really?
Yeah, it's been like a thing this year.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I doubt you'll get bed bugs.
Yeah.
But you have to tell us about it if you do.
You got to get wild like USA gear too. Like
I saw this thing. I watched this thing on. They love Americans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't they hate us? Don't the French hate us? I seen Eurotrip, but I saw this thing in on YouTube where it's just like this series of like when Americans go like missing or get kidnapped or captured like in foreign lands, like sometimes foreign enemy lands, and how like how America will go and get like capture back their citizens, and it's
like Taken.
It's crazy, like basically like kind of like Taken. It's insane. Like there was one story I just saw last night. It was a guy who he was American, but for some reason he was living in a country in Africa, whatever. And he was living in a farm in a country in Africa, and he gets kidnapped by these pirates, I believe, and they're holding him for ransom. They make a video for ransom, and he's captured like in a house, like a safe. He's just in there. He's been there for like a couple weeks, and he was telling the story, and he was like in the middle of the night one night, they just hear like a loud like bang or whatever, like people landing, and the guy who was watching over him like is like looking to see like what's out, and he can't see. He can only see the guy looking like out the window to his side. And he was like, the guy's jaw just drops because America sends in like 20 Navy SEALs to come. They flew in from the thing with drone, like, and it was drones surrounding the thing. So they had like, if they needed like the drones to drop whatever, and they just the Navy SEALs literally just came down, killed the guys, and just took them like, you're coming home. And I'm like, how sick is that,
bro? That's so sick.
But America, like, USA.
Do you think that's like one of the things where they get that message, that's the mission, and it's like they get turned up like, oh, yo, we got to search and rescue. Oh, let's go. We're going to save some.
I think that's like an easy mission for them. I think they don't even. They're like let's just parachute into you know, Beirut and get the thing, and then we'll just be out. We'll just get a drink and then be out. That's not even a difficult one. They had in this series just crazier ones. Like there was one where it happened in North Korea, where I think this was like in the 70s, a guy, an American, went to the demilitarized zone and was chopping down a tree, and the North Korea government started like telling them they couldn't do that, and the guy was like, you know,
classic American style.
I'm American. You know, who are you guys? The North Korean ends up attacking thing and killing 2 Americans, and like the next day, the U.S. sends like South Korean and American troops like into the demilitarized zone. They send like 20 airplanes like over the thing, and drone. I don't think it was drones. I think it was the 70s. I don't think there was drones yet, but there was like airplanes and helicopters, like Apache helicopters, like to surround basically the tree. And then they send like some Americans like go chop down the tree, and they just chop down the tree. And then like the Koreans were like, all right, we don't want no issues. Yeah. It's crazy. It's nice to be American.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine being kidnapped I mean, you could imagine that you've been there, basically
been there.
Yeah. Imagine being in a foreign country kidnapped, and like you're in like a safe house, and you're like, and the guys are like, you know, and you're like, you don't even know what's coming.
I'm going to do my best not to get kidnapped next week.
Thank you.
You don't even know what's coming. Because you think, like, I would be talking to Moshe. I mean, I'm a comedian. I would be talking to Moshe to the kidnapped. I was like, because you don't even understand
what we got.
I'm American. You don't even know. You don't even know what's happening right now.
Bro.
And the Pentagon, you think it's just me.
It's not.
I would be like this. They'll be like, why is he so relaxed?
Why is he so
America
calm?
will never send anybody for me.
That would be terrible. But what service was the show on?
It was a YouTube series.
Oh, like YouTube?
Yeah, I just fell into that algorithm.
Like,
did you watch Taken?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
There's 3 Takens.
I've got a set of
3?
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch the other 2. I don't
Really?
remember. I saw the first one and I was like scarred for life. And I think about that every time I go to Paris.
It's a good movie. It's fun.
The Taken?
Yeah.
No.
You're not gonna get taken. Your dad's not a CIA agent, or is he? You would never know.
You would never know.
But Paris is like a different, like, it's just, there's like a interesting vibe there where I feel like I've felt more vulnerable there than in like, I don't know, any other city in Europe.
Why?
Probably. I don't really know. Like, I think it was more just like, because there's so many tourists that at the airport, like, there's just a lot of people that are geared towards like
taking advantage of the tourists,
or like taxi drivers that aren't really taxi drivers. Like, there's like a lot more like kind of convincing things like that. And like, there's so many areas there where it's just tourists that it's very easy. Like, they're like, it's pickpocketing is like bigger there than anywhere else. Yeah.
I feel like if you get captured, like, because I guess your biggest concern is, does it, like, we got to get it to the Americans have to know that I'm here so they can come get me. So it's like, you get a call, you're like, call the government. I don't know who to call. Like, I guess you could call the embassy.
But my question is too, it's like, is it because over here, I feel like New York, you're kind of used to that, even though we're from here, but this is one of the tourist capitals in the world. There's pickpocketers, there's people at the airport that are running scams. But then they might not kidnap you, but they'll definitely take you down the street for $150 and they want cash. Like, I've seen that happen. So
you been to Paris?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. It was just a feel like I remember walking from the train station one time there and like going from the train station, going from the airport. Like, I just like I was like, oh,
you got a bad vibe.
I got a vibe where I was like, oh, this is a little more. This is like a.
I heard Fat Joe say this. I think he said Tracy Morgan taught him this, but he was like, sometimes when he goes into like foreign countries, especially ones that are like, you know, not too. Where he doesn't feel too safe or comfortable. He was like, he'll go by the U.S. Embassy, like just stop by, just like kind of let him know that,
I'm here.
Like he's here.
Yeah.
I guess if you're famous, that makes sense.
Have you ever been to a U.S. Embassy?
Yes.
No.
Did you feel like better that they knew you were there once you went?
No, I didn't go like under those under that context. But if I was in a foreign country and I ran into trouble and I saw the U.S. Embassy, I would feel 1,000 times better.
I would never feel 1,000 times better.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
That's literally your only line of defense is making it to the embassy.
No. Well, I think that because the U.S. embassies I've been to have been very, like, they've been very heavily guarded, and they're not like, they get a lot of tourists, so they're not.
Yeah, no, but
friendly.
I know that. Yeah, they're not. It's not like they're like, come on in,
It's
right?
not a welcome center.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's me, the big homie from Queens.
My passport.
You know me.
I got the eagle on
I
here.
pay my
son.
taxes.
Facts.
Oh, well, see, I guess that's it, because I'm trying to.
You don't pay taxes.
Oh, you're gonna expose
No,
it.
So you don't feel
gotta
like
cut that out.
You don't
Now
feel
what-
like
The
Now what-
protection.
like you can protect it.
Not when I went to the U.S. Embassy, because I was always there on a visa for the country I was in. So whenever I would go to the U.S. Embassy, I'd be like, "Oh man, you're not gonna give me what I need, and then I'm gonna get
No,
deported."
we're talking about
No.
emergency case
I'm in a
scenario.
foreign country. I see an American flag. That is like seeing the light. I am going towards it, baby.
You ever?
I know they talk about, America, we this and that, but listen, you put me in the Middle East and I see an American flag.
That's where I'm going.
Here's my stop.
And
I'll
the
tell you
funniest
that.
thing, they say that New Yorkers are like rude or whatever, but when a New Yorker spots another New Yorker outside of the New York City tri-state area, we're like, it's the most camaraderie and friendly relationship ever. So imagine like you in another country, you see a Yankee hat, you basically good.
You telling me if you're in a foreign country and you run into issues, you don't want to go to the U.S. Embassy?
I've just never been in. No, I've never thought to do that, because the U.S. Embassy is always somewhere I've had to go to get documents to let me stay in the foreign country.
Yeah.
And they've never been really helpful. We should probably bleep this, but like they've never helped. They've never.
Why would we gotta
why would
go?
we bleep this?
I guess we
The
don't.
government.
You
But
think they're listening?
Yeah.
I get. Okay, when I needed to
How
get
big
my
do you think this podcast is?
when I had to get my visa for Austria, I literally had they gave me a notice that was like the scariest notice I've ever gotten, where they were like, if this isn't in from the US Embassy on this day, like, you will be escorted out of the country via the military, like, on this day. And it's like coming down to hours, and I was literally just like, this is not.
But you're
this is so
Alaskan though. That's the
this is
thing.
so
You're not really
stressful.
like American.
Oh my god.
What do you call it? Downstate? What's the term?
The lower 48.
I think
48.
that's why you don't feel like the protection that you would feel if you was on the mainland.
On the mainland, the first 48.
Okay, sure, guys. Well, I don't know. I'm going to Paris next week, so I'll tell you if I don't feel as safe.
One time when I went to Turkey on a mission, and that's
Like
all I
a
can say
mission,
about it.
like church mission.
That's all I can say about it.
What was
I can't-
the mission?
I can't
Ian?
get it. I
Make
can't get
people
into
giggle?
it.
You can't put
I
it
can't get
out.
into it.
Okay.
I can't get into it. Let's just say when we took off from New York, I text my cousin, and I was like, yo, I couldn't say this until I took off. I didn't know where I was going until I took off, but I'm going to Turkey. I'm going to be in Turkey for the next 3 days. If you don't hear from me at the end of the 3 days, tell my parents that that I'm in Turkey, to go to the U.S. Embassy in Turkey and find me.
What did you go to Turkey
I can't
for?
talk about it. So I remember when we got to, first it was like a 13-hour flight. And when we got there, they were like strict, like if anything happens, you have to get to the U.S. Embassy. Like we can't help you on a foreign land unless you get to the U.S. Embassy. So I've grown to having an affinity for the U.S. I mean, you get me in a foreign country, dude. I'm MAGA hat. I'm full. I'm like, back home is different, but out there, I'm like, you're damn right.
Bud Light.
You're damn right with making it great again. Yeah, I'm MAGA hat and Bud Light with a no-sleeve flannel.
U.S. flag bandana.
U.S. flag bandana. I am American, baby.
I'm a real American. That's hilarious. Fight for your right.
I'm like this in the club. People, it's only, you can, shitting on America only works like it's here. If you do it here, it's like, that's like the privilege.
Fine.
That's the privilege of being an American. The fact that you can live here, reap all its benefits, and just talk shit about it forever.
You sound wild Fox News right now, but it's the truth.
No, that's the truth. I think everyone would agree with that. That's why.
You'd be surprised.
No, I think everyone would agree that is the greatness of America.
I'm telling you, bro, because I've had conversations with people that are like, I don't care if you could say that. America is this, America is that.
Well, I'm generalizing. Obviously, there's radicals on every thing. I'm generalizing people who are normal and lie somewhere in the middle. They agree that you have the right to believe or say whatever you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to. You can live here. You can pay your taxes, reap all the benefits, and disagree with everything about it. But you get to the Middle East. I'm like this.
I am a real American.
This country, like, I feel like going down that rabbit hole of those YouTube videos have made me feel like I'm gonna be in foreign countries like, yo, y'all don't even know who y'all talking to right now.
Do you know what happened?
Y'all think I'm like not from America, but I'm telling y'all don't even know.
Don't get it twisted.
I'll make one phone call. I wouldn't even know who I guess the embassy, like I said, you call the embassy. And they'll find you.
They have a number?
What?
Like
embassy? Yeah, there's a number.
It's on Google.
Every country has an embassy too.
Right.
Here.
Okay.
Every country?
Yeah. Yeah, except obviously a hostile country like North Korea, there's no they don't allow an embassy here.
Yeah. What about Russia?
Yeah, there's a Russian embassy.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Russia, there's an American embassy.
I don't know if it's.
Oh yeah, did they shut it down?
That might be shut down now.
They might have shut it down.
Yeah.
But there was. Yeah, if your citizens are allowed to travel to that country, you need an embassy. If you lose your passport, you got to.
That's where you got to go, and that's one of the worst. Adulthood pro tip: don't lose your passport in any foreign country.
I told you the story about how I lost my passport coming to the United States. I never told the story.
Do you see how I just? Do you see how I just set it up?
Oh, this was crazy.
What?
This was crazy.
What? You lost your passport?
I'm flying back from the Dominican Republic, right? First class. That has nothing to do with the story.
Yeah, no, you have to put that in there.
No, but this is when I worked for the airline.
Uh-huh.
So I'm flying back first class, unlimited drinks. I board in DR in like 6 p.m.
So you had your passport there?
Yeah, I got on. I board DR 6 p.m. I get on the flight. I start drinking. It's first class. I'm drinking margaritas. I'm enjoying myself. We land at around 11 p.m. When we land, I'm on one. I'm pretty nice. I start searching, like I get off the plane, I start searching for the thing to go to immigration. I'm like, I don't have my passport. I'm like, where's my passport? But I was drunk. I'm like, did I lose it or did I take a shot and throw it into the air? Like I'm trying to see, I'm trying to remember what I do. I literally, like, I'm like, what do you do? Cause I'm like, once I let them know that I don't have a passport, it's gonna change. Like, I'm not gonna be as free as I am right now.
Nope.
So I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm trying to see, maybe there's an exit. It's like, even though I'm an American and I'm in JFK, I'm trying to see if there's an exit. Eventually, I gotta tell the person, I'm like, I don't have my passport. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I just landed on a flight from Dominican Republic and I think I lost my passport. Woo. And they were like, oh no, you coming with us. I think they grabbed me by my collar and took me into a room. What were you gonna say?
Don't you need it to get on the flight?
I had it on the flight. I lost it on the flight.
Okay. But yeah, so then I just find that so weird because it's like that you got on the plane somehow. Like they didn't.
But they don't know that. I could have came in the luggage.
That's not their concern.
And I'm coming from a foreign country. They're like, a foreign country could have just let me on. They don't trust them. It's like I was coming from,
That's not their concern.
Florida. So they put me in a room. I'm there with first of all, I didn't even know this room existed in the airport. I'm there with criminals where I'm like, this looks like a subway train station, holding cell.
Secret parts.
Yeah, I'm like, how did y'all even get to these people look like unhoused.
Yep.
And I'm like, how did y'all get to the airport and look like this? I'm sitting there, I landed at 11. I'm sitting there till 3 in the morning.
Oh, man.
3 in the morning. At 3 a.m, I get a call from like one of the agents. They call me over. I explain. I'm like sobering up now. I explain. I was like, hey, I was on a flight. I came from DR or whatever. I lost my passport. I don't know where it is. I thought it would be on the plane. They said they looked for it. They couldn't find it. The person starts asking me questions about my my residency here or whatever, about me. And I was like, yeah, I'm an American. I was born here. I mean, you hear it in my accent. He started asking me. He asks me for my mom's birthday. My mom has 2 birthdays. I gave the wrong
Dominican
birthday.
one and the American one?
Yeah, I gave the wrong birthday. So I gave him I gave them her real birthday, which is not the birthday on her papers. So I gave him the real birthday. He's like, no. And then I was like, oh, this birthday? And he's like, yeah. Which seems so suspicious to a custom agent. And long story short, they asked me, they kept asking, they was asking me like New York questions. They was like, where does New York play? Like, does New York play? Where do the Yankees play? They were like, the Yankees play in Queens, right? And they're like, I was like, no, they play in the Bronx. I'm a Met fan. And you know what was crazy was the girl who they ultimately brought to interview me, like, she wasn't American. Like, she was from like, she had moved, like, obviously she was American now, but I'm saying I could tell she wasn't raised here. So she's questioning me, and she has like an accent. Well, I can't really understand what she's saying. Like, she's talking to me with an accent. I can't really hear what so I'm like, what? Like, you don't see the irony in this? You don't see how ironic this is?
That's New York for you.
Yeah, but I was, ever since that, I put my passport
what happened?
in my box.
They let you go?
Yeah, eventually, like, they just asked me a bunch of questions. I got them all right, obviously. And towards the end, I was like, guys, come on. Like, y'all know I'm from New York. Like, you can't see how annoyed I am right now?
But then, so like, your passport was just is lost.
It was just
never
lost.
found it.
They never found it. Eventually, like, I had my ID. I was like, I worked for Delta. Like, I had my Delta ID. And they just let me through. No passport. They just let me into the country.
Really?
Yeah. And that's how I got my citizenship.
Oh, okay.
Nah. And then the next day, I got a call from the airline saying they found my passport.
Okay, yeah. You know that the passports have like GPS in them now too.
Do they?
The new ones, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Like
this.
the ones that are electronic, there's electronic for a reason. So like they know where you at, especially when you leave the country. That's probably how they came through with the helicopters.
Mm.
Huh.
Oh, they found the passport?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is there a GPS? That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You mean they like chip the passport?
There's a chip in the passport. Yeah. Whenever you scan, check it. I just got mine renewed last December. Trust me.
And they chipped you?
I'm chipped.
Damn.
Like Elon.
Some people got multiple passports. I want to be one of these
That's
people.
crazy.
Some people got like 3-4 from 3 different countries.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Would you get the dual citizenship with DR?
You have to. Yeah, I think I would do that.
Would you get both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once I get banned from here,
Oh, okay. We're working on it.
I get to go
We're
to
working
DR.
on it. Yeah.
In DR,
Not too
you can
far
get
fetched.
dual citizenship if your parents were born there. You don't
Okay.
gotta be born there.
Yeah.
I think it's the same in Ghana.
They're microchipped, but it's not to show your location. It's to show all of your information.
So you're telling me that if it's a microchip in there and if it shows your information, they can't find your location?
Not that they're putting on the internet.
Okay.
Maybe,
Exactly.
maybe. I'm not one of these people that are like worried about the chip. I want to be chipped.
Come find me.
I want the government.
What?
I want the government to know where I'm at at all times.
Yo.
Because I go to foreign countries and I mouth off.
Yep.
So
You
I need y'all to
crazy?
come get me. Yeah.
Yo.
Come get me.
I'm here. Come get me, dog.
Yeah. I never got, I'm trying to think if I ever got into anything, like any business.
Oh man, I tell you one time being in a foreign country and don't play around without knowing like the laws. I was in Guatemala.
Guatemala?
Yeah, shout out to Guatemala. I was in Guatemala DJing a wedding and we had one.
You got flown to Guatemala to DJ a wedding?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Big shout out.
Cartel?
No.
Sounds cartel, I'm not gonna lie.
I wish. Let me tell you, you would have thought we was with the cartel. So we're down there. The wedding is on Saturday. I'm down there. I fly in the Thursday. The Friday is like, you know, the rehearsal dinner and everything like that. Me and my boy, we decide to smoke some weed out across from where they're having a rehearsal dinner.
Doing drugs.
Yeah, thinking that it's just like, oh yeah, it's America, it's legalized. Bro, they send in basically like the equivalent of the National Guard with the AKs, and they're like, yo, where did you get this from? I'm pulling out my 7th grade Spanish. yo no sé, we're Americans, soy Americano. It's just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Where did you get that from? We're like, somebody at the hotel gave it to us, blah, blah, blah. Like they had us on the wall because it's totally illegal there. There's not like, they don't play around. Like how you, in the Middle East for the mints, it was 10 times that. And it was like.
No, they don't play around with it.
They don't play around like that. Long story short, they just made us throw it out and then they started laughing. They get in their truck and they take off.
I mean, in a lot of countries though, like.
I didn't have my passport.
Sometimes they'll try to intimidate you, but in a lot of countries, if you're like, yo, I'm like an American, like, y'all don't want those problems. Like, I promise you, you don't. Like, you don't want your problem. Like your boss, call your boss. He doesn't want these problems. I promise you. Like,
you'll be the worst hostage, bro. Yo, you know who's coming to get me?
No, because like literally, first of all, if you kill an American, like if you in a government and you kill an American, that's like a national problem, that's right? War. Like if you're a criminal, that's different. But like if you're like in the army and you kill an American, like you're gonna have a problem on your hands.
That's war.
You don't want it. I feel like
you don't want these problems, B.
I feel like you don't want this problem. Just let me.
You sound like a nepo baby saying.
I am for America.
Do you know who my father is?
Yeah,
you do.
Yo,
I am Joe Biden.
he's up and shaking.
Joe Biden.
Yo, you know what? You bring up a funny point because I thought about that, and that's kind of like low key a flex. Because think about how many people grew up in single parent households, and the reason why I was thinking about that is because actually, rest in peace, one of my homeboys that I went to school with just passed. Like he passed from a heart attack. And that's one of those things where...
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's real crazy. Like, everybody's kind of still shook up.
I got a boy just passed from an asthma attack.
Bro.
35.
Sorry for your loss. This guy was 36, 37.
Wow.
It's like
was he out of shape?
No.
Really? You guys think, I mean, just conspiracy, but a lot of people would say that.
Don't bring up the vaccine.
It was the vaccine, bro.
We're going to get taken down.
I know. We got to monetize.
No, people die of heart attacks.
But like, I don't know.
At that age?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not the first 36-year-old to die from a heart attack.
My thing is that also like you got to get screened. You got to do blood tests. You got to know like your family medical history because you never know if it could be on somebody's line. Mm-hmm. All of these ailments like diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, and like, that flex of do you know who my dad is kind of a flex in the sense of what if you have like, what if you're predisposed to heart disease? What if you're predisposed to diabetes and you don't know? And you out here just sugaring your life away. And the next thing you know, you pass because you didn't know that you had that with you.
How did you tie that to do you know who my dad is?
Because you know your family history.
Oh, you're saying know your family history? Like actually know who your dad is?
Actually like know who your dad is. Yeah, for real.
Doesn't know who his dad is.
Yo, did you watch that Netflix documentary, Our Father?
Nah.
No.
Okay.
Wait, the guy, the sperm bag donor?
The psycho dude. Okay, so I'm not a true crime girly.
No spoilers. No spoilers. I want to watch it.
It's wild.
Do you want to?
You need to watch it.
I want to watch it.
You need to watch it.
You know the premise though?
No, I mean, I heard you. I imagine he fathered a lot of kids.
I won't tell you how many babies. I won't spoil that part for you. But basically what he did was he was a fertility doctor. And instead of injecting the women with other people's sperm or the sperm donor or the father, he injected them with his own sperm. And it was in Indiana, right? Or Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, it's a shame what they did to that good man. So, they imprisoned a good man.
Says a lot.
They never imprisoned him. He never went to prison.
Stop, spoiler alert.
He got a $500 fine. I won't tell you. The kicker of the show is how many kids he has. We won't tell you.
It's crazy.
But like then
is that a crime or it wasn't a crime yet?
Yes.
Was it a crime
yet though?
It should be assault.
It should be a crime.
It should be assault. But like,
but if you come into my office and you want to get inseminated,
yes.
Who's to say what the semen, like it's you got inseminated.
They were picking their sperm donors, and a lot of the times the sperm donors were the actual fathers, like the woman's actual like husband, and the guy was like standing there, and then the dude would like go into another room, like, and then get
What, did he have a kink? A kid kink?
I don't know. And then he would come back in, and instead of injecting, he had like the big needle to inject, and instead of injecting like the dad's sperm who's standing right there, he would inject his own.
That's crazy.
Right, but this guy was a doctor, right? So I'm saying like the genes is pretty good. It's not like he's injecting a TikToker's semen into you.
No.
You got pretty smart genes. That's good. That's not bad. Well, it could be worse.
He's in Indianapolis, and Indianapolis like isn't a big place. So all of a sudden,
that's the problem. People are related.
Everyone's related in Indianapolis, and they don't know it, and they still don't even know how much.
The full number.
So if you date at all in Indianapolis between those years,
you could be dating your brother,
your cousin,
your cousin.
Like you could.
Wow,
it's sick.
That's hot.
It's high level sick, bro. That's high level sick. That's on your search.
Nah, that's crazy. I'm gonna watch this documentary.
No, this messed me up. And it's like, I don't watch true crime, but like,
why?
It was because it's terrifying. But I didn't think this was like true crime, and it was on, and I was, oh my God, it messed me up. But okay, you saw it.
Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, like real life is sicker than anything that you can see in a movie. Because if you see that in a movie, it's like, oh, it's a movie. But if the movie's based off real life, it's like, yo, people are out of control.
That dude's still alive. The day that dude dies, I'm going to be like, we're better. I can't get over he never went to prison.
Yeah.
Never went to prison. He got a $500 fine.
Well, I think they probably didn't have a law for it yet. I mean, it seems like a new age problem.
How could that not be assault? How?
Assault?
It is.
He didn't assault them.
It's just probably the lawmakers never even thought about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes stuff has to happen before you can make a law.
Yeah.
The next guy that does that won't get away.
He's going down. Yeah, he's definitely going down.
He's gonna pay the piper.
Yeah, but like think about it, yo. Before 9/11, you could go and meet your parents or your family or whatever flying at the terminal gate. Like there was no TSA.
Damn.
Yeah, my mom used to take me back and forth across the border to Canada with no passport, and she'd just say, "Doesn't she look like me?" And they'd be like, "No," and then we'd get held up.
Yeah, I think you could still do that in some places. I think like
I don't think you need a passport to Canada.
When I went to Mexico, when I was in El Paso, I just crossed over to Mexico.
And they just let you?
Yeah, it's
well,
it's pretty
El
open.
Paso's
it's pretty open.
Story.
Shout out to Texas.
You just walk in and walk out. We went to go to a bar.
Did you get some tacos?
I just went to a bar. But when you're on a border town, like when you're on a Mexican border town, the USA side is also very Mexican.
Yeah.
Like they was great tacos in El Paso's super Mexican. I love El Paso. It's very Mexican. And then we just went to go to a bar. We went to like a Mexican bar, had a couple Modelos and cervezas. And then we walked back and yeah, no, they didn't tell us anything.
Everyone loves a good cerveza.
I had no idea that was a thing. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
What, the insemination or the passport?
I had no idea the insemination was a thing, and it messed me up for
it's a thing.
days.
Oh, it's a big thing.
It literally days that somebody did that, and that they got away with it for so many years. And all of these women are like, oh yeah, like I went in and he never had anybody else working there, and it was always just him in this room, and then he'd leave the room randomly. Because the thing is that sperm, when you get inseminated, like the sperm has to be, for lack of a better word, like fresh. So like
how fresh?
So like he would go into the
I
other.
think 5 days fresh.
No, like he would literally like wait.
But if you gotta freeze it,
No, I think it could live inside somebody for 5 days.
Yeah, sperm can live inside the body for I think 3 to 5 days.
Yeah.
But he
That's a long time.
he would go into another room and then just come back and have his sperm in a cup that he just got. And
Did they
Was
say
that
like
pun
when he came back? Was he relaxed?
Were his cheeks flushed?
Did he look like relaxed?
He never had any nurses. They were all like, it was always just him. He always answered the phone. He never had a receptionist. I'm like, yeah, because you went to an attic, but because he had a medical degree, I'm
gonna watch the documentary. I'm interested to see how they found him.
That's
is there such thing as like as a guy? Is there a clinic you can go to find eggs?
Yeah, well, a clinic you can go to find eggs.
Yeah, like if you want eggs,
like somebody to carry your baby.
Yeah,
eggs are like you have to pick an egg donor, and then eggs are a whole lot harder to do like the retrieval process of, obviously.
So there's no bank for guys, egg bank.
no, you would pick a donor, because in order for you to donate eggs, like I'd have to take hormones, or any girl would have to take hormones for quite a while. And then it's a painful procedure. And then you have to go in and it's like surgical and it's a whole thing.
And who carries it?
A surrogate if they want it, or
you got to find someone too?
I don't know.
That's on you, or they provide that?
What do you mean? Like if I was a guy and I wanted to have a baby and I needed all the pieces, you need an egg donor and you need a surrogate. Or yeah.
Could you get a package?
That's a
like you get the surrogate, and the egg and you pay like
for a bundle.
Yeah.
If you got the surrogate to donate an egg, I think that was probably a conversation on a person-to-person basis.
That's what I was gonna ask. Like, do you know like men who say to themselves that, you know what, I want a child very much, and I'm gonna go and find a surrogate and find an egg. I don't think I've never heard of it.
Andy Cohen.
Really?
Andy Cohen.
Oh yeah.
He's a single dad, and he
intentionally wanted to be a single dad?
He picked it, and he went to
Isn't he
the Bravo guy?
No. LGBT. Yeah.
Yeah, he's LGBT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the elevator with him one time. Want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah.
With Andy Cohen? I was in the elevator one time. It was me. I was at because he has a show on Sirius. And I was going up to do a radio interview on Sirius XM. And it was me, him, and like two other girls. And I get in the elevator and then he comes in. And obviously I know who he is from like the Bravo shows. And they start just having a conversation. And he's like on his phone and he's like, oh, Sarah Jessica's in the building. And one of the girls like, who? And he's like, Sarah Jessica. And he's like, oh, Parker? He's like, yeah. He's like, she's texting me. She wants to come by the show. And he's like, yeah, have her come by. And I'm like, how Hollywood is this? She was promoting like the new Sex and the City, like the new TV show.
I've been watching that.
Yeah. And then I think he started talking about like he was like, I haven't seen her since the Hamptons. Like, you know, like just Hollywood gay shit.
He's my favorite. He's my emotional support boy. Like I know people pick Pete Davidson, but like he's my emotional
support
boy.
Pete Davidson?
Wait, what is this? Hold on.
What is that? Yeah, what are you
Marty has a crush on
me into so much.
It's literally
emotional support boy. What does that mean?
Everybody has an emotional support boy. It's most people.
I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of people's emotional support boys?
No.
Pete Davidson was everybody's for a while, and then Timothy Chalamet was everybody's for a while.
What's an emotional support boy?
Harry Styles is like the boy that you pin your hopes and dreams on. That all men are like. That he's just like immaculate vibes.
This is radical.
Hold on.
I've never heard of this before.
You think that Pete Davidson is the guy you wish all the guys were like?
I didn't think so. Other people, he was their emotional support boy. Andy Cohen is my emotional support boy. I never wanted to like Pete Davidson was never it, but my ex's emotional support boy was Pete Davidson. I don't know why.
Really? That's so interesting.
Because
they don't know him at all.
Yeah. He really doesn't seem that
stable.
No.
Emotional support.
You know, he's great. I don't think you want every man to be like. I mean, I think he'll tell you himself you don't want every man to be like this.
No, well, I think it's more like your emotional support boy is like the dude that you're like, oh, this is what an immaculate vibe is to me. Like Timothy Chalamet is a lot of people's emotional support boy.
Yeah.
Timothy
the dude from Dune.
Yeah.
My boy, he was in a car the other day, like a driver, like he was doing something. I forgot what it was. He was doing something, so they sent him like a driver to take him to where he was going, and he was in the back seat, and the guy's like phone. It was like, you know how you have it as an Uber. The guy's phone went off, and it was like, and it said like next pickup Timothy Chalamet.
That's fun.
Like it was one of these like fancy car.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good emotional support boy. Harry Styles.
So emotional support boys are just feminine men?
No, they're just like it's just like a good, solid emotional support boy. It's a self-describing prophecy.
But every guy you named is kind of feminine and gay.
Well, that's because in my head, that's what all emotional support boys are. But I'm sure there are people that think Travis Kelce is.
Well, not Pete. Pete is not feminine, not too feminine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people that think Travis Kelce is an emotional support boy, but he's not my emotional support boy.
Where do you get off mentioning Travis Kelce? You don't know him. You don't know his life. You know him through Taylor.
Yes, exactly.
And you say it like you've been a fan of the Chiefs your whole life. You say it so confidently, Travis Kelce.
Bro.
Like you've been following his career.
I'm still perplexed by emotional support boy. Like I'm literally like doing that calculation.
If I'm somebody's emotional support. Send us a message if I'm your emotional support.
I'm sure you're
So does it happen in reverse?
Somebody I don't know. Do you
People manifest me.
Do they?
This guy girl said at the bar.
Yeah, I've been manifested before.
The girl from the comedy show.
I mean, I don't know. Do you guys have emotional support people?
No, I hate
Emotional
everyone.
support, like emotional.
I'm an
everyone.
agent of chaos.
Uh-huh.
You know that. I don't.
Agent.
I mean, I feel like
A girl that we wish every girl was like.
not that you wish every girl was like, but like Andy Cohen is my emotional support boy because he just brings me so much calmness and joy.
He's funny. I like him.
But
Like-
what internally brings you calmness and joy?
Well, first of all, he's like literally not afraid of anything. Like he will he'll Instagram live every minute of his life, and he'll just be like, I'm on 14th and 6th, and I'm at the Party City, and they don't have any balloons, and I think that that's not okay. And it just like brings me
He's funny. He's a funny guy.
He's
so
not
much
a drill
calm.
rapper. He's not. He doesn't have ops like that. He's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Like he just like I know, but it's just like so calming and nice. And I like he has like 4 books that he wrote about that are his diaries, and they're all like when you read them, it's like him literally just being like, Waka was super annoyed at the doorman today. I have literally no idea why, since his daycare costs like at least $5,000 every month, but I can't even think about it because honestly, he's worth it. Like
This is your emotional support man. I swear they don't make them how they used to.
Oh Lord.
The hunter-gatherer stuff, was that this episode or was that the last one?
That was the last
last
one.
one.
That was the last one. Big space facts?
Because I wanna Google are men hunter-gatherers.
Oh,
okay, you
It was what Marty was saying.
yeah.
yeah, men
You
are
would take her
hunters.
side.
Men are
That's what
hunters,
Google
women are
said.
gatherers. Like that is hunter gatherers is
You
the
ever seen
term.
Google outside?
Marty, could you name another NFL player other than Travis Kelce?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Name one other.
Go.
I'm thinking because I can think of the face because he's Sean Johnson's husband.
The Rock?
No.
Look at this from National Geographic. How long were men hunter-gatherers? 11 to 12,000 years ago, all humans were considered hunter-gatherers, except women.
So.
Okay. Oh,
no?
his brother.
What was his name?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, okay. If I think long enough, it will come to me.
Another football player's name?
Just another.
You know another football player's name.
I asked her already a minute
No, I'm
ago.
saying-
Okay,
you
no,
know.
no, no. I do because he was just roasted.
Yeah. That's
He
what I
was just
saying.
roasted, and he's Giselle Bundchen's ex-baby daddy.
So you know their wives. You don't know.
Current baby daddy, ex-husband. What is his name?
Tom.
Cruz?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. 100%.
And he played for
We'll
the
end the
Mission
episode on
Yeah,
that.
he played for the Mission Impossible.
That was definitely Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That played for the New England Patriots.
Yes.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Cut that part
That
out.
was a gimme.
Cut the part out where she finds the name. We're gonna leave it on Tom Cruise. Cool. So we did it. Volume 76. We'll come at you next week. We don't got any space facts for you next week, but we'll do that and we'll come at you next week. Continue to follow. I'll be in Paris on the next one.
Bonjour.
Yep, you'll be in Paris on the next one.
On the next app.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll be in Paris on the next app, or maybe on the one after that. I don't know.
Oh
how
no, the
we're
one
gonna do
after.
it.
If we do one next week, you'll be in Paris.
Yeah, I'll be in
one
Paris
after
on the
that.
one after that. So I'll come at you with some stories. I'm going to Paris to get stories for the pod.
That's it.
So I'm trying to get
Selfless.
captured by the government.
Yep.
And
Make sure your passport
parachuted out of the country.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you guys for listening. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up on YouTube, comment, give us a voicemail, all that good stuff. Adulthood Podcast. Peace.
Peace.